I expect to go to the palace and offer my resignation. So we'll have a new Prime Minister in that building behind me.
Order! Order! Sit, order! I know what I'm doing. Order! Order! Division! Order! Order! There's no good people shouting. There will be an opportunity for other points of order, but the Prime Minister...
I think it's time that it came to an end. Whether we leave or not, it just needs to happen now. This sort of limbo stage is getting a bit draining now.
Oh, terrible. I just fed up listening to all the different. Every time you turn on the TV, it's there.
I'm not a fan. I'm very pro just kind of togetherness as humanity just generally. And I definitely feel with the UK being as small as it is that I don't think we really can be as self-sufficient as maybe everyone believes. Obviously I don't quite know all the ins and outs of it, but generally just again.
To be honest with you, sick of hearing about it. It's just been, what's that, 3 years constant, just dragging it on. Not a clue really what it means even at the end of the day. It's not even a real word.
Oh, Brexit is not a great situation currently. We keep postponing it, it's keep getting delayed, so currently I just think it's actually not going to happen.
Overall, I'm not very optimistic about it. I feel quite, not lied to, but just like a bit distrustful of the government, just because, I mean, I remember when it was announced that we were going to have Brexit. I remember the election. I was 15 years old and I'm turning 19 in a few weeks, so kind of shows how long this mess has been going on, so I don't really know how to feel about it.
I think it's gone on way too long. It's been stretched out much longer than it needs to be. I hope for us to remain, but we've not, and we live in a democracy, so we need to just move forward, deal with it, and it's not being dealt with very well.
I think it'll have a negative impact like it will on the whole of the UK to start with, but eventually I think it might encourage Scotland to go independent, which in my opinion will be better for Scotland.
I think it'll help Scotland in their push for independence. It's obviously a very polarising subject, and I think it's only going to get worse, unfortunately.
I think Scotland will definitely become independent. I think the next referendum, the balance of yes and no will definitely be tilted more towards yes to become independent, just because, I mean, Scotland there was an overwhelming majority of people that didn't want Brexit. I feel like this is what's going to tip the balance.
I think it will have a massive impact on Scotland. I think Scotland quite regularly doesn't get the appreciation it deserves as a country in the United Kingdom, and that I think England benefits the most from deals like this.
I actually think it will impact Scotland negatively due to the trade deals being cut and the new trade deals being made. It's not really worth it. We already have solid trade deals, we don't need any more, we don't need to cut any.
Well, of course, I'm incredibly frustrated that we're not able to get Brexit done today, but let's be in no doubt what's happened. We had a fantastic deal on the table. The House of Commons voted it through, but then they voted again for delay.
concerned massively. I think a lot of our human rights laws come from the EU, and without that I think we're really vulnerable. And I think that's the thing that will make people realise that we've made the wrong decision.
I'm hopeful for the future. I hope we'll make it better. But who knows? I mean, the government can't make up their mind about anything. So
Honestly, at this point, I've been concerned with it. I've been hopeful, but it's just so back and forth all over the place. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens at this rate and just dealing with the consequences.
I'm hopeful, but I'm not convinced. I don't know. It's, nobody really seems to know what's going on. Not even the people making the rules. So we're in a bit of an uncertain time at the minute.
Obviously, I am hopeful for Brexit if it does come around, and if we do get a solid deal down, hopefully it does make our country thrive. But obviously, I do have to be concerned with the current affairs being trade deals being cut with other countries, and hopefully just overall it's just going to be a good situation for us.
For Scotland, I'm pretty hopeful. I feel like Scotland will be better off than the rest of the UK, because if we do go independent, there's always the chance that we'll rejoin the EU, and everything will be kind of back to normal as much as it can be post-referendum. But for the rest of the UK, no, I'm not optimistic at all. I feel like there's definitely going to be a massive polarisation and distrust in government after Brexit because of how long this has taken.
I'm just need to wait and see. I think within the first months of us leaving, we'll have a good idea of what to expect and what the outcome will be. But I'm quite concerned at the moment.